YouTube, 12 o'clock Saturday. Be there or be square. I will be live for the Ohio State Michigan game. It is rivalry weekend. Welcome to another episode of the Harris from Sports Aid. We got another interesting one for you guys, and today we're going to be giving a little game preview for the Ohio State Michigan game. This weekend, ranked 1 Ohio State, our Buckeyes take on number 15 Michigan in a huge Big Ten matchup. This game has a lot of implications. You know, if Michigan beats Ohio State this weekend, which they won't, but if they do, they could go to the Big Ten championship and potentially punch a ticket into the college playoff, right? This is big for Ohio State because, yes, Michigan beat us last year, but we still won the title last year. So this is a true test to see where we stand. This will test our defense. This will see how ready we are for that college playoffs, right? Our historic defense has been on a great trajectory this year. As you know, they have not allowed a single player to have over 100 rushing yards per game. Michigan, over the last 5 games, they have had every player rush for at least 100 yards in every single one of those games. So this is going to be a test for our run defense. My goal here, one of the keys for success for Ohio State to win this game is to jump out into an early lead, right? We want to make sure that we go up 1 or 2 touchdowns, force Bryce Underwood to put the pressure on Bryce Underwood to make sure that he's making the plays to get the job done, right? We can't have a close game where Michigan is allowed to run the ball that whole time. That is not ideal, right? Our ideal situation, force Michigan to pass the ball, force them to make mistakes, and create turnovers off those mistakes. Last year, looking at last year's game, I was doing a little bit of research, remembering why I hate Michigan, right? But last year, Will Howard, he threw 2 crucial interceptions, one in our territory and one in their territory, and both were very unfortunate. As you know, last year the score was 13-10, so both those turnovers were crucial, especially one being in the end zone. And just as a side note, over the past 4 games, right, Michigan has beat us the past 4 games. Each quarterback has thrown 2 interceptions in all of those 4 games. So that is going to be another key to success in this game, is for Ohio State to reduce the amount of turnovers, right? Yes, I know Julian's saying he's got an 80% completion rate over the year so far. So he is going to be that X factor to ensure that we not only control the ball, but we do not turn it over. The other X factors in this game are going to be Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. Both of those receivers are averaging about 179 yards per game. That is the most by wide receiver duos in NCAA football right now. So we need to get those guys involved early, right? We need to make sure we get Jeremiah Smith or Carnell Tate in that open field, whether that be a shallow cross, whether that be a bubble screen. We need to get them in open field early and put pressure on that Michigan defense. And then the last key factor in this game is going to be how well does Ohio State run the ball once we get that lead, right? We got some fresh legs at running back. No running back for Ohio State has ran the ball more than 20 times against a team, right? So you had C.J. Donaldson, they ran 19 times on Texas. You had Bo Jackson, they just ran it 19 times against Rutgers last week. So once that pass game opens up and we are able to get that run game involved too, our running backs, they'll have fresh legs, and we'll be able to make the adjustment and the plays that we need to get the job done, right? As in my last video, I told you, we put in our backup quarterback for a couple plays, put a couple plays on film for that Michigan to worry about, right? We had our backup quarterback. He ran some QB sneaks last week. So Michigan is going to have to be on their toes and really have to understand where this Ohio State offense is going, right? We have to put pressure on them. We can't let them control the game, right? We have to put Michigan's defense on their toes between those deep passes to our star receivers, between our running backs, Bo Jackson, Peoples, Donaldson, and that play action game. We want to make sure that we aren't a stagnant offense, right? Last year we did not move the ball well against Michigan, right? We had a couple good drives, but one of those good drives led to a pick in the end zone. One of those drives led to a missed field goal. So field goals aren't going to win this game. We have to put touchdowns on the board and continue to run that score up. I want us to take all the anger and all the aggression that we have of Michigan beating us the last 4 years and put it on the field on Saturday. right? Michigan averages about 30 points per game and 225 rushing yards. So we want to make sure that our defense is in a place where we can hold them strong, right? Our defense, they average about 7.6. They only allow 7.6 points per game. No team has scored over more than 16 points against us this year. So I want to see Matt Patricia and that defense lock down that Michigan offense. I don't want to see any runs being broken open for this Michigan. I don't want to see any deep plays. I want to see Bryce Underwood be be made uncomfortable, right? I want Matt Patricia to dial up some exotic blitzes. I want him to start testing what those blitzes are going to look like for those college playoffs. And Ohio State, they have played some pretty good quarterbacks this year. Luke Altmaier, Arch Manning, and they have not allowed them to score more than 16 points. So Matt Patricia, the spotlight is on you this game to make sure that you make Bryce Underwood uncomfortable, right? He's a true freshman. Throw in some packages that he's never seen before, right? I know he's in the film room. I know he's studying. I know he's bringing the energy to this game. But take all of the coverages that have made him uncomfortable and bring that to the game to make sure that Ohio State gets this dub today. I want to make sure that we are on our P's and Q's. And the last thing that I want to throw at you guys is I heard somebody talking about the game, and they said the last time that a team won with less rushing yards was 2000, right? Every Ohio State Michigan game, the team that has had more rushing yards has won since 2000. I think this is the year we break that, even if we don't run more than that Michigan team. I think that our two wide receivers, Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, I think they control this game, and I think that we just blow the doors open for this game. I said that last year. You see what happened last year, but this year is different. The vibes are different. The team is different. Our defense is different. So I have every hope that Ohio State will be able to win this game and then go to that Big Ten playoff game and play Indiana as long as they take care of business and get the job done. So thank you for tuning in to the Harris Room Sports. Appreciate you guys. If you guys are tapped into college football, if you're tapped into the NBA, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and stay more. We'll be pumping out videos all week. We got the college playoff rankings coming out Tuesday, the final one. We got we got the Egg Bowl. We got a lot of good football coming up. I'm going to be live for the Ohio State Michigan game tomorrow, and then we'll make sure that we upload some videos of reactions to games all throughout the week. So appreciate you guys for tuning in.